Jesus just heard of the arrest of John the Baptist, and because of hearing this, he withdraws to the city of Capernaum in the Galilee. He withdraws there and fulfills the words of the prophet Isaiah. Part of that prophecy is that the people in darkness have seen a great light. Jesus goes out from Capernaum to call the first apostles. He calls Simon, who later becomes Peter, and he calls Andrew. Andrew and Simon are brothers, and they're busy about fishing. And at the call of the Lord Jesus, when they see him, they drop everything and run to follow him. It's the same reality that's presented us today. We are a people in great darkness, but we're also people called to see the great light. Right? The world is dark. I think a lot of us are burnt out. We're exhausted. We're tired. The world seems corrupt. We keep focusing on different fights in politics, in society, in social structures. We keep seeing the world becoming more and more depraved and away from God. And there's a feeling of heaviness that sits on the church. There's a feeling of heaviness that sits on the whole world. That is the great good news of the Lord Jesus. He's come here to call us out of that darkness. You know, I'm a very challenging preacher. I know that. And I like to push people to pray and to develop profound lives of prayer. I've been pushing lately that people do a whole holy hour daily, an hour spent in prayer, preferably in front of the Blessed Sacrament. If not, in front of an icon of the Lord Jesus, or in front of a crucifix, or at the very least in the presence of a blessed and lit candle. And I'm pushing for that. And I think people hear it wrong. We think of prayer as one more thing that I have to do. But prayer is not just one more thing I have to do. Prayer adds to my life the levity that I need, this experience of being lightened, of being released and freed, and the burden lifted off of me, so that I can bear now the weight of the world. The weight of the world is incredible, and it's immense, and it's pushing down. But this experience of coming to know the Lord in prayer and building that profound relationship with him, of surrendering my life to his hands, of letting go of my own burden, of following him, that's the call, that's the invitation. It's the same call for Andrew and Simon. It's the same prophecy from the prophet Isaiah. It's the same today as it was 2,000, 3,000 years ago. The Lord comes into the world to meet us, to lift us up and out. Pray like you mean it. Learn to pray. Use the different resources out there to pray more profoundly, more deeply. Pray and experience the Lord's levity. Drop everything to follow him.